The reason that I'm making this video is I know that I have had a lot of distractions in my life. And every time that I've tried to commit to something in my life, the distractions have just literally doubled down. Now, I don't really believe in the fact that it's someone acting towards me, but it's probably the universe that just works like that, or it's your mental state that works like that. You can't really just rely on the fact that it's someone else trying to harm you or affect you. It's you. It's you, your behaviors, it's your attitude towards your goals. Those are the things that are affecting the reason that you're getting distracted. It is your behavior, it's nothing else. So, a lot of times people mention ADHD or any other sorts of diseases, which I don't really know if they are genuine or not. But I personally, for me, myself, I have realized that I don't really have ADHD. Not that I've been diagnosed of any such things. But then I know in the past, I used to be always distracted. Let's say you have a goal that you want to build a business. How can you dare to rely on the fact that something is affecting your performance, but not you, your skills, your habits, your behaviors? What I learned recently to target something like this is focus. And best definition that I've ever heard for focus was by Steve Jobs. But Steve Jobs said that focus isn't just focusing on a few things, it's actually focusing on just one thing, saying no to every other opportunity that comes in your way. Those are all distractions. Someone's trying to talk to you, someone's trying to date you, someone's trying to give you a job. It's someone else or you. That distraction can just be handled if you decide upon how important your goal is and then just act on it. And then just everything else that comes into your way, you just say no to it. However great that is, however more maybe you feel like, oh my God, this thing is going to make me a millionaire if I actually follow it. But you have to say no to that. That's focus. That is what focus is. It took me a long time to realize this, but now I actually look forward to working 12 hours, 16 hours a day. When I was 21, 22, I'm 29 now, turning 30 in like 7 days. And I feel 7 days of recording this, I feel I should have done this sooner. I think I took a while to understand that focus wasn't having a few things or a list of few things. It was just one and saying no to every other thing. What I'm doing now is I'm focusing on one thing, which is my business. And when I'm doing that, I have a schedule that I have to meet. I have to understand that I have a few clients that I have to take care of. I have to put everything else in that day accordingly. And if there is a new opportunity that arises, I have to understand that I have to say no to it. Because right now, my goal is to grow this business. And if the moment I start thinking that, oh my God, that business idea that my friend just pitched, maybe that is wonderful idea. But you know what? When artists are making one painting, they are only thinking about how can I make this painting the greatest painting that I have made. Not for others, but for me. Rick Rubin says, right? Your work is done the moment you post or you send it out in the world. After that, you can be open to other opportunities. But for now, I feel like you have to lock in. That Gen Z word is so relatable because you have to lock in. You just have to. There is no other way. And yes, every time you think upon, I have to do this, I have to achieve this one goal, I have to start my business, you will end up starting your business. But what makes you think that you will continue that business if you don't have the skill of keeping up with your habits and behaviors and keeping focused on just one thing? Ask me, ask the other business owners that I work with, talk with. They all say the same thing. You have to focus on just one thing. And this is not just for beginners, but also for a lot of business owners. And we tend to start getting other ideas. We start to think that, hey, you know what? I love this new idea that just came by. I should pursue that. Yes, it is as enticing it is. Or a friend called you and said that, hey, you know what? Taiwan, we should go for ice skating. But you plan to do that podcast at night. You plan to do the video editing because you knew that tomorrow you had to give it to your client. Now you just don't have any excuse, my friend. At that point, you know that you have planned it. You can't get away with this. This is my problem. I'm sitting and working, and my friend Sid has found this to be very annoying. But not just my friend, but my mom and my sister has observed me since I was a kid. I would literally just stare out of a window. I would stare out of a window for no reason. I'd just get lost. That's just a lot of men that I've seen. But that is a distraction. You check on your phone, your pockets. Where is my phone? Or did something ring? Or you just had like a vibration in your pen that was not even a notification, but then you still felt like, oh, that was a notification. That's a distraction. That's a distraction. You have to put your phone away. You have to keep it on a silent mode. You have to let people know that, hey, this time to this time, don't bug me. Take time away. Take time away for yourselves. And it's not easy, but the people who do this are successful. And I know this because when I was in 10th grade, for example, I had never scored anything above, I would say, 70%. Yes, literally none of the subjects I could ever score above 70% throughout my first grade to like 10th grade. But until the 10th grade came in and I decided that I had to score the highest that I could in math, I took upon myself. I was awake till 2 a.m.s, 3 a.m.s, and I would listen to radio. But that was not in the beginning. I remember I had to solve books. I'd solved the entire math book 2 to 3 times. And then when I was just practicing the same equations, same problems again and again, that's when I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe I should put on this music. And when I'd put this music on, I'd still be looking at the problem, and the music is just a form of distraction. That hard work, that focus, that engagement into just solving the entire chapter, that was my biggest moment where I worked the hardest, you know? And I'm proud because I said no to literally everything. I could have watched a movie 12 to 2 a.m., but I chose not to, and I worked on my math because I was dead serious. That's a different story about my life, why I did that. But I wanted to score that 100. I didn't score 100, but I got 95. Guys, I had 0 in 7th grade, but I got a 95 in math in 10th grade only because I focused and I said no to literally everything. I didn't have a girlfriend. I didn't go out as much. I didn't have a bike, right? I didn't eat as much outside with friends. I didn't go out as much outside with friends. I played a lot of sports, but that was only in the beginning of the year. The moment that I realized the finals are coming up, I was like, enough. But you know what? After that, after 10th grade, I started to see 11th and 12th and first year engineering to like fourth year engineering. I always struggled with this one thing, and that was deciding upon one thing and focusing on just that. That is why I'm urging you to decide upon just one goal in your life, guys. Just one for now. And say no to everything else. Literally everything else. Say no to everything else, and you will see that you will get that one goal ready and going, and you'll feel happy. Yes, you'll feel happy because I know this morning I'd posted my second episode, and this episode was recorded and edited and was ready to be posted 3 months ago. 3 months ago. So 3 months ago, I had edited and almost was ready to post this one podcast that was supposed to be my first episode. But guess what? I just was too lazy to not record this, to not edit the second. I did record the second one, didn't edit the second one, but But I never edited the third one, never found the fourth one, fifth one. Now that I've decided that I will post every single time, every single day, I still have to choose. I'm gonna get distracted. But this is what I have learned. This is what I have learned, that if I want this bad enough, if I want to share my story bad enough, if I want to grow my business really, really well, I have to say no to a lot of things that are going to feel uncomfortable, and it's going to feel like, am I even living life? Yes, it will feel like that. But then remember, the moment you win for that one goal, that's when you'll be happy. That's that happiness that you want to chase. That's that delayed gratification that you want to chase. In no means I'm a motivational channel, but this is that one thing that has helped me come this far. I'm not as far as a lot of the millionaires. I'm not a millionaire right now, but I do know this one thing, that if I keep going at this pace or keep growing by this percentage day over day, I know I got this. But I just have to keep saying no to everything else and say yes to only one thing. As always, all the best to you. I would love to help you out if you need my help. There's a 30-minute free consultation in bio, and I hope all of you succeed. So, this is why I do this podcast. My only request to you is share this with a friend that's just as motivated, driven, wants to start a business, or already has a business. And I would love, if you want to be on this podcast, reach out to me. Have a great day.